Hey everyone! Welcome back to another episode of Blossoming Hearts.
Today we're going to Paris, and in this episode we decided to take you guys with us to discover some of the famous monuments in the city.
From Champs-Élysées to Notre Dame, we will show you the sights, share some cool facts, and dive into the history behind these amazing places.
Seems exciting. So if you love travel, culture, and a bit of sightseeing like we do, this one's for you.
So buckle up.
Let's discover Paris together!
Our first stop was La Grande Mosquée de Paris. The mosque was built just after the First World War as a gesture of gratitude from France to the thousands of Muslim soldiers who fought and died for the country. Construction began in 1922 and the mosque was officially inaugurated in 1926. The ceremony was even attended by the President of France at the time. Architecturally, it was inspired by traditional Moorish and North African styles, with beautiful mosaics, gardens filled with fountains and exotic plants, and the 33-meter-high minaret is a key feature of the mosque. One powerful part of its history is during World War II, when the mosque reportedly helped hide Jewish refugees from the Nazis, a courageous act of humanity. Today, the Grande Mosquée de Paris remains a symbol of unity and respect in French society. Next, we visited the Notre Dame Cathedral. Its construction began in 1163 and apparently took nearly 200 years to complete. It is known for its stunning architecture, including tall towers and stone gargoyles. Sadly, in 2019, a major fire broke out and destroyed much of the roof and the famous spire. Since then, a massive restoration project has been underway, and Notre Dame has reopened its doors in 2024, fully restored. So, it's our last day in Paris.
And here we are in one of the most iconic landmarks in the City of Light in Paris. We're here to see the Sacré-Cœur. It's basically referring to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. And we'll be explaining the history behind Sacré-Cœur while visiting. The Sacré-Cœur Basilica sits at the highest point in Paris, Montmartre Hill. It was built after France's defeat in the Franco-Prussian War and the violent Paris Commune uprising. Many saw these events as signs of moral decline, so the basilica was actually meant as a spiritual offering, a way for the country to seek forgiveness and also reconnect with faith. Its height symbolizes reaching toward the divine and keeping watch over the city. Inside the dome is one of the world's largest mosaics, Christ in Glory. It shows Jesus with a golden heart, arms open, offering peace and forgiveness, surrounded by saints and angels. One side shows heaven, light, and hope, the other hints at hell. Now we're heading towards the street of Montmartre. Montmartre was once filled with artists, but now it's filled with tourists.
Right now we're in Palais Garnier and we'll show you guys the view. Let's go.
The Palais Garnier, completed in 1875, was commissioned by Napoleon III as part of his grand redesign of Paris. Designed by architect Charles Garnier, it was built to host performances of opera and ballet for the Parisian elite. Today, it continues to stage classical ballet and concerts. while opera has largely moved to Opéra Bastille. The building's rich decor, grand staircase, and massive chandelier inspired Gaston Leroux's novel The Phantom of the Opera. In fact, the story of a mysterious phantom haunting the opera house was partly based on real legends, like the underground lake beneath the building and an actual chandelier accident in 1896.
Now we're heading to Jardin de Tuileries, but I think that we're going to pass from Place de la Concorde to
When we think of Paris, we picture streets like paintings, bridges like poetry, and a life that flows like music. But perhaps while we search for art in Paris, we're actually living inside art itself. Because in truth, the universe is a work of art in its own right. Every leaf, every cloud, every human face is not a coincidence, but a flawless design born from the brush of an artist. As we wandered through the city, we realized that architecture, music, and literature all share the same essence, the search for meaning in existence. And perhaps true art is not about giving answers, but about having the courage to ask.
why do we exist? Who drew this balance? Why does our heart suddenly beat faster in the face of beauty? The grand temples, mosques, churches, and domes in Paris were not built solely for faith. They are stone-formed expressions of humanity's quest for meaning. In this city, we saw traces of the Creator, and in that moment, we understood. Humans fall in love with art, because behind they see the Creator. And that's a wrap on our Paris adventure.
We have seen one of the world's most iconic places, but yet what made them special weren't just the monuments, because if we think everything around us is temporary, no building, no possession, no title will ever satisfy what's eternal within us.
And yet, we spend most of our lives chasing things that we can touch instead of what actually touches us. So I think that the world teaches us to collect memories, likes, status, things, even though we all know that deep down us, our soul wants more than comfort, it wants meaning.
We have come to an end of this episode. Thank you for watching.
And see you next time.
Goodbye. Montre-moi. Ok, pas ça.
C'est pas grave. Hey, ok, non.
Ah, pardon.